We're not gonna be bad, okay? We're gonna go as fast as we can, and we're gonna beat the 28 minutes that we hit last time, alright? Alright, just making sure, Walter. We ain't gonna hit the bad milestone. Okay. So a big reason I kind of wanted to stream this today is I could also turn this into a video of sorts. If I just did this correctly. Give me 2 seconds. Wow, look at that. The big thing I wanted to hit on was tutorials. Look at this. This is the tutorial section for Kingdom Hearts 3, and no one talks about it. Why? That, it's all beyond me. I don't know. People don't say 0.2 is the tutorial except for me. Kingdom Hearts 1 was really good with tutorials. Or I say Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 knew exactly what they were doing with tutorials. Even Birth by Sleep, the original Birth by Sleep, knew what it was doing. The funny Pixar moment, if you will. And come on, game. Come on, game. Give me a sec. And the thing that was great, every game's prologue did something. Even if it made the gameplay slower, it did something big and impactful for the story. And in a weird way, 0.2 accomplishes this in a way that makes the gameplay not slow. It actually almost would have made, like, if Aqua didn't lose to Vanitas in KH3, like, she would have been the protagonist almost. In the end, she was defeated, and Sora, had to help everyone later on anyway. And Sora was the one who brought everyone back. He ended up being protagonist, But KH1 did it really well with Destiny Islands, where it went, alright, story, we're going to be slow for a minute, and it takes the time to be like, this is thank you, game, Sora's hometown, this is the people, his friends, everyone here that he loves and cares about, they all live here, and they all came from here. Kairi is a princess apart, and it's the whole buildup of her kind of just disappearing and them not knowing what happened to her, and Destiny Islands setting up Riku's quirky aesthetics of being kind of like a villain character for a little bit. And it did it really well. It did the whole thing really well, and the whole core of the story they were trying to tell came from that. And they did a really good job with Destiny Islands. It set up the game extremely well. It's a story about friendship, finding your friends, but set Riku up as the rival character, and it translated really well into turning Riku into a villain character. But even Riku going, like, they were still friends, and at the end, it still does really well to translate for that Riku is not a cringe guy. He's a good friend at the end of the day. Even if he allowed himself to be manipulated, he's still at the end of the day does what he does for his friends. And it was kind of interesting. It didn't really resolve everything either. It resolved a lot, but it didn't resolve everything. For the setup of the next story, to not resolve every single thing. It's just good storytelling at the end of the day. Yo, look at that. Yo, we built the whole road back up. There's probably a million more things I could say about KH1 as well, Yo, look at... Yeah. Get him. Kill this man. Nice. KH2 did really good things for its prologue, too. Right? I mean, it seems the only people who would say to play Days first, I have to imagine, are people who played 1.5 first. I think if you played 1.5, you're like, yeah, you need to see Days first, because it shows you the story through the eyes of someone who bought the collection in 2013 instead of how it was meant to come out. Wow, look at that. With the Roxas tutorial section, KH1, man, or 2. So good. It sets him up as this person that we're not supposed to like. Like, if you're playing this game, you don't like Roxas. He's just everything that's wrong with the game up until that point. And the thing is the player just has bitter feelings for him just because he's not who we want to see. And that's really, really good in a weird way. Like, and at the beginning, you just go, man, I hate this guy because he's not Sora, right? You hate him because he's not who you want him to be. But as the plot is given to you, and as you start figuring out who this man is and why you should care about him, you start to feel for him, understand him. You start to realize that he isn't supposed to exist, but he does. You don't necessarily find out exactly why at first, but you find out that he's a nobody, and you're like, oh shoot, this is, you know what, I don't really know what a nobody is, but it's explained. It is the other part of a person. By the time that he knows this and he accepts this and he knows he's part of Sora, and our end goal, our goals become aligned in a way, even though he doesn't want to return. We're aligned with him because we know that's what we, the player, want. We want to see Sora again, so we keep pushing forward, despite it not being what Roxas wants for himself. And it ends up being really good and really deep once you start going through the game again. And again, like, you go, oh, man, I hate this dude. I don't like him. Just because he's not who we want to see. And it gets better because it really shows up, right? He shows up and he finds Sora, and we, the player, are like, oh, thank God, right? Thank God we get to play as this guy again. And there's like a little bit of appreciation. As a kid, it made you feel like, okay, I worked towards saving Sora, and you go, well, I don't even freaking know why he's here. But by the time we get to see Sora again, we're like, man, that was something. Like, Roxas has a backstory as well. Like, he's a character that exists. That's not even the end, because you would go, okay, well, he's back, we don't need him anymore. But throughout the game, we're meeting all these characters, all these organization guys, these guys who, throughout the entirety of the plot, are telling us why we should care. We start meeting all these organization characters, and they're all talking about Roxas, and we're just like, man, who is this Roxas guy? This guy's like we know him, but why do they know him, and why doesn't he seem to want to be with them, you know? And by the time we get to the end of the game, Sora realizes that Roxas is his nobody, and Sora's just as confused as we were in the beginning, but now we have the information that he didn't have. And at the end, it's this really cool bittersweet moment where Roxas finds out that he's this small part of a bigger whole. And the game is really about him coping with that. And he's okay with it in the end. It's exactly the thing that we wanted was not the thing he wanted. And then he was okay with it, and it was all right in the end, you know? This game ended differently. It wrapped things up really nice. Where we got this ending that was really, really sweet. And we haven't tasted an ending like that since, you know? Everything after that point seemed to be misery, misery, misery for other people. And Sora couldn't stop. But that's kind of the beauty of KH2. Hey, Kevin, you're on stream, if that's okay.
I'm on stream. Boy, that's good, because, you know, I just wanted to say I'm going to get to the plans tonight, but I have a song to make it up for you.
Yo, you have a song?
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's any good, okay?
Absolutely. What am I here for, otherwise?
Yeah. Here you go. Bottom jeans, boots with the fur,
I love it. Now, that sounded like, I think was that the Nightmare Before Christmas? So we're gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 now. This is the tutorial segment, believe it or not. You wouldn't know because when you boot up Kingdom Hearts 3, the game literally just has you play this section, or not even this section. This is its own thing. People don't talk about this as the Kingdom Hearts 3 tutorial. It's its own separate entity. This is the tutorial segment for Kingdom Hearts 3. You wouldn't know that. Unless you just, like, look at what they were going for. Like, Kingdom Hearts 1 set up Riku as a villain, set up the friendships that these characters have, 0.2 sets up Kingdom Hearts 3's plot in a way that literally this ends in a way that like they like try to make it seem like there's some kind of happy side, but we literally find out like halfway through Kingdom Hearts 3 that this whole section was kind of for nothing because this like role Aqua finds for herself doesn't really mean anything. But we know that she's been stuck here and that Sora's the one who needs to, help her. But we don't know what that means. We really don't know what that means for anyone. We don't know how they're gonna find her. This man Sora's been told the whole time in Kingdom Hearts 3 he needs to stay out of the Realm of Darkness. But we know that she's the key to finding everyone. And I kind of mentioned earlier that she would be the protagonist of this game if she defeated Vanitas and if she found a way out by herself. Like at the end of this, if she got out on her own, or in Kingdom Hearts 3 on her own, she would almost have been the protagonist of Kingdom Hearts 3. We're the one who know that it's all going to be Sora. So how is this Pixar moment connected to Kingdom Hearts 3 if there's no upside? Well, this Pixar moment is the setup to a greater moment, like Roxas coming to terms with himself, like Riku becoming a good guy in the end. This is all the setup, just like the other tutorial sections. The core Pixar moment is Sora saving Aqua, so that way we can then go save Ven and then go find Terra. Without Aqua, like that is the basis of Kingdom Hearts 3. Without Aqua, none of this works. And she is the one. She's the key to literally everything we've been striving for. Saving Aqua, and then going to find Ven. Right, that is the Pixar moment of Kingdom Hearts 3. Honest to God, it almost made me cry the first time they saved her because I played the crap out of it. And that was just such a big moment for me. That I was glad that it got resolved. I'm going to get back to the seriousness because in this section I wanted to talk about Kingdom Hearts 4, but the other area was surprisingly short. So now Kingdom Hearts 4's tutorial, what is that going to do? What's that going to look like? There should be one. Like every game tries to teach you what the game's going to be about. Who are we going to play as? I mean, we had Sora for a tutorial section, we had Roxas, and we had Aqua. Who should be the tutorial segment person? Well, I mean, we've had one Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. We've seen Sora. We know he just kind of wakes up in Quadratum. And it could be, oh, look, he goes and does funny dark side. That would be the obvious moment, right? But, in all seriousness, what else could it be? I mean, it could be Sora. That could be cool. But I hope not. Like, I honestly hope not. I hope we get Yozora. I think Yozora would be such a good tutorial. But yeah, we should like, if we don't see Yozora like for 90% of the game, that's okay for me. But I want to see him in the tutorial section, and we need to see him like mid or end game. Like he should definitely be at the end of the game, but we need to see this man Yozora throughout this game, at least 2 or 3 different times. But we should definitely be able to see Yozora in this next game. I mean, let me get his full backstory. I think the perfect place to start in, right? I think the perfect moment in this game to play, where in the toy box cutscene, we see the ending, the climactic ending of his story. Now, maybe they go back and maybe they make a Virum Rex game at some point, right? I'd rather have him have his own title, where he can do his own stuff. But let me play that ending section, and that'll be satisfying enough, you know? Man, it would be so good to be able to see the Nameless Star disappear. It'd be so good to see his friends trying to help him out. I think it was like Magi and something. His Donald and Goofy, right? And his final moments as he enters this weird realm in between his final world, or his variant of it. And maybe it would even be a good tutorial section to have him go through his whole his trials, that and just experience whatever it is that we're supposed to eventually find out. I think that would just be so good. I think it'd be entertaining, you know? But this is Kingdom Hearts 3's tutorial section, and I just wanted to attempt to speedrun it, but I spedrun it worse by a whole 45 seconds, definitely because I was trying to talk a good amount of that time. In summary, it really do be like that sometimes.